Hey everyone, let's start this thing. I'm starting right away since, well, I want to give you guys a chance to give me your
Ruin
opinion
has
first.
come to our family. You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal of antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity,
Yeah,
until consciousness failed me.
not so smart now.
You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows of the darkest dungeon.
Awesome. I really love the narrator. He's awesome. The music is pretty good too. So yeah, Darkest Dungeon is about making the most of a bad situation. Quests will fail or must be abandoned, heroes will die. Yes, that part is very much true. And when they die, they stay dead. That is true as well. Progress autosaves constantly, so actions are permanent. Yes, this is Iron Man. And the rest happened a bit too quickly. Let's see. Well, should be fine. Oh, it's because
Terrible. The human mind.
for some reason the first the opening animation was really loud. Anyway, so return to game. We're gonna start a new campaign right here, and we'll call it Dead YouTubers or No. YouTubers Unite. As you can see, I had the Death Train and Dead Men Walking. So yeah. I need something more. Subscriber victims. Whoops, my bad. There we go. Oh, damn it. Alright. There we go. So there's a tutorial at the beginning. Let's do this.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors.
Where's your fucked?
So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Probably our debts. Ah. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. There we go. Technically, the narration shouldn't be too loud compared to my voice, since I had set things up that way. However, the narration seems very loud. Let me know. Well, I'll check on myself, but give me your opinion on whether it's too loud or not, and I will adjust things accordingly. So yeah. So we started with only two guys. Renault, the Crusader, and Dismas, the Highwayman. No matter which game you start, you will always get these two guys. I can't really say if they have the same perks, but at least you get the same two guys. And afterwards, well, you can always rename them. But there is an achievement to finish the game with these two guys still alive. So,
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
okay, the voice seems just fine here, but maybe for the cutscenes it's too loud. So we have to advance, and as we advance, the light goes down, and we get some stress, which is the white part here.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
So yeah, combat is turn-based. Here, we want him to bleed just in case. Yes. And let's try to
Press
finish him.
disadvantage.
Yes.
Give them no quarter.
And we get some money. The curios like this,
to be
basically,
spent.
what you find when
Leave
exploring.
nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in
You can
forgotten
find
places.
some very nice things and have some very bad things happen to you. Right now I don't have it next to me, but for the future updates of this Let's Play, I will have a web page open with the list of curios, because sometimes, you know, you can take a really, really bad decision when you could have avoided it. With the curio list, at least you have an idea.
Send
of what
these
to
vermin
use.
a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
Okay. So do I try to stun? Yes. Well, that's a good stun. When you stun an enemy, he has a sort of buff against stuns for the next turn. Let's try to kill that bastard first. So I'll try to apply bleeds all the time. Come on, another bleed. Yes, awesome. So that we can kill him faster. Because this guy is annoying. And I could go after him, but it's not necessarily a good idea, since this guy can do more damage overall. And can cause stress, as you just saw. When you get a critical hit against you, then you will gain more stress. If you are able to critically hit the
Prodigious
adversary
size alone does
or
not
kill one,
dissuade
then
the
the
sharpened
stress will go
blade.
down. The corpses is something that was not there when they released the game, but they added it to add some difficulty, basically. There are many skills that remove corpses, but we don't have them. Come on. Ah, there we go. Come on. We need to finish him. There we go.
Destroy
them
all.
So yeah, each quest usually has like 3 different possibilities. One, you need to search like 90% of the rooms. Another type of quest is do every room battle. So you can always get into battles while exploring the hallways leading to rooms, but it's really the rooms that are important. And finally, there are boss missions, and those bosses are nasty. So normally, just continue adventure, since you can just press that and exit after you've completed the quest. So normally I would want to open this, but since it's a tutorial, you know what's going to happen. There is a trap in this, and there's nothing inside, so there's no point in me opening it. Instead, we'll just leave. We got some money and some deeds. Those are used to improve the different buildings in our hamlet. And we got nothing out of it. Sometimes we get either positive or negative quirks. We often do, actually.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
Oh yeah. So the quest, for example, you see, defeat the apprentice necromancer, the sonorous prophet, the necromancer, etc., etc. Those are all bosses. And the maximum level is 6 for heroes. The level can be a problem since you can only do easy missions with rank 1 and 2 heroes. The medium ones you can only do with level 3 or 4, and the tough ones it's level 5 and 6. So once you have a hero that reaches rank 3, he can't do easy missions anymore. That can be a problem. So it's better to keep your roster diversified when you can. So one of the good ideas that you can do when you start a game is improve your chances. There we go. So like this is where you
Women
will hire
and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
So yeah, we can have parties of up to 4 adventurers, and it's usually better to have 4 adventurers. So the Plague Doctor.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
He's basically like a buff debuff guy. I don't really like them. And the Vestals are the pure healers, although they can do some damage in melee.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
And this is where you improve your different buildings. So here, number of available heroes becomes 3 instead of 2, and you can up that to 6, I think. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess 7. And the barracks are also important. This is less important, and since they added that recently, I haven't unlocked it in any game. So let's get one of those, and let's increase the roster as well.
Great heroes can be found even here,
And
in the mud and rain.
there we go. So after we complete a mission, we'll have 4 new guys or ladies available to hire. And their class will be completely random. After the first week, everything is randomized.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
Indeed. So this is where you'll find your characters, people. So give me names. We need to fill that cemetery.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
And this is where you can view cutscenes and stuff like that. You have other buildings like the sanitarium and the abbey, where you can... well, the sanitarium, you will send your people there to remove quirks or treat diseases. But you have to do some missions to open it up. The abbey, you send your people there as well as the tavern to lower your adventurers' stress. And that is very important because when they are very stressed, they go crazy. And just like Call of Cthulhu. And when they go nuts, usually bad things happen. Sometimes it can be good, but usually it's bad. The guild, this is where you improve your skills, if I'm not mistaken. The blacksmith is where you improve your equipment. The wagon is where you can buy trinkets, which are accessories. I very, very rarely use it, if any. I don't think I've ever used it once, actually. So this is where you can view the cutscenes. Is there anything? Oh yeah, this is where you can get more camp skills. The camp skills are not useful until you start doing longer quests, and then you can camp. Otherwise, when you start out the game, you don't need to camp, so these are useless. And that's about it. Alright, so let's take a look at our guys. So Renault is a warrior of light, so whenever our torch level is very high, he does plus 10% damage, which is very nice. He is God-fearing, which means he can only pray to lower his stress, which can be good or bad, because when you have 2 guys who are God-fearing and they both need to get their stress down, well, you can only send one of them there until you can improve your you can unlock more than one tile for praying. Anyway, he's a kleptomaniac. Oh joy! He's prone to stealing items. So whenever you're exploring, sometimes you find a loot, and once in a while he goes like yoinks, and he steals something. So that's not good. This is one of the quirks we'll want to remove. As far as his skills go, here, as you can see, there are 7 skills, and there are 7 skills for each class, but only 4 are available when you hire a character. You can unlock more and improve them at the guild. And you have the camping skills. Once again, you have several different ones. Each class has access to different camping skills, and they start with 3. And some are more interesting than others, like reducing stress of a companion. That's really nice. Some are nasty, like you lower your stress, but you stress everyone else. That's really an asshole-ish thing to do. Okay, let's take a look at Dismas. Our Noggin, plus 15% stun resist, that's really good. Quick Reflexes, plus 2 speed, that's awesome. Known cheat, he's not allowed to gamble while in town, so he can't use gambling to lower his stress level. That's fine. Yeah, the skills. So, as you can see right under the skill, you have the sort of yellowish white circles and the red ones. Those indicate where you can use this skill and which targets you can use it against. So this one in particular cannot be used if your character is in first place in your party, and it can attack any enemy except the one in front. Well, this one, as you can see, has a line between the different circles, which means that it will hit the first 3 enemies when used, but it can only be used when you are on the second or the third spot in your party. That's a very nice skill, especially when facing enemies with low health. And this one, well, gives bleed. That's one of my favorites. Bleeding is extremely useful, especially against bosses. Tracking shot, I rarely use that, but it's a self buff and does a little bit of damage, but not much. As you can see, it's minus 80% damage mod. Not good. Anyway, sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble with my throat here. Now the Plague Doctor, there we go, is the opposite of Dismas. He will only gamble. Photomania, well, that's good. He gains less stress when the torch is really the light level is really high, and since I prefer to always keep my torch level high, that's going to be useful for him. And Wheeled Adventure, the Wheeled is one of the different adventuring zones, so he gains less stress in those zones. So he has a skill that gives Blight to the last 2 enemies. Blight is sort of a disease bleed skill. This is good. It can blind the last 2 enemies. He has a bleed skill, which is always useful, and a self buff. But since his skills don't really do a lot of damage, minus 90%, minus 100%, yeah, he's not gonna do any damage with those. But in melee, he can do something interesting. Okay. And finally, oh yeah, forgot to, I did. Okay. And the Vestal, plus 10% damage if hit point is below 50%. That can be useful. But usually, if your Vestal is the damage dealer, it's not a good sign. Fated. Chance to turn any miss into a hit. That might be a relatively new skill. It's the first time I remember seeing this. Dud Hitter, minus 3% critical if hit points below 50%. So she does more damage, but she crits less when she's hurt. This is interesting. So that's a nice skill if she's in front, but we won't necessarily use it. This is better. Stun and improves the light level and a heal. And of light, once again, if she's in front, we won't use it. Hopefully we'll unlock the guild soon so we can unlock our group heal, which is really nice. Alright, so we'll do one quick mission, and then for the you'll have 1 week to submit names for me to rename these characters or future ones. You know, it's your choice. And for the next edition of this Let's Play, it will likely be streamed. But then again, I will put it on YouTube afterwards. Okay, so let's embark on a quest.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Alright, let's begin. This was over here. Gulafre. The usual suspects.
The cost
Provisions.
of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
Okay. Every people who plays this game has a different way of preparing for missions. I tend to keep things very simple. So these are the things you already have. Usually you want at least 1 shovel. Sometimes 2 or even 3. Shovels can be useful to destroy walls that you encounter. If you don't have one, you will lose a lot of light and gain a lot of stress. Then the food is incredibly important, of course. Since it's a short mission, I will bring 10 only. And torches are very important if you want to keep your guys relatively stress-free. So I will bring 7. Usually I bring between 6 and 8 for short missions. It's usually enough. Sometimes missions can take a bit longer, and other times you're left with 1 torch or 2. But usually you're gonna use them all. And so some people will buy a little bit of everything afterwards. No, I tend to keep things really, really simple. Let's do this. We enter the ruins. So, our mission is to explore 90% of the rooms. Well, that's simple enough. We shall advance slowly. And we find a torch. That's good.
A fortune waiting
So
to be
whenever
spent.
I see the torch hit the 3rd spot, I use 1. This.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
And there's our first fight in this dungeon. Okay.
Their formation is broken.
1 is down, and we
Maintain
gain a
the
little bit of
offensive.
torch. Well, bleeding doesn't really work against the undead. Of course, 200% resistance against bleed. That's kinda obvious. But we can't use the pistol shot, so still use this skill. As you can see, this enemy is unholy, and we get a 15% damage bonus against the unholy. Not that we need it
Executed with
against him,
impunity.
but hey. So sometimes you can use, for example, a key. In some dungeons, you can use shovels to open them as well. But yeah. And we found a shovel. Let's get to the second room. When you reach a room, sometimes you can scout ahead and have an idea of what to expect. And that's really useful. And here's where we need our shovel.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing
Good thing we
passage.
had one. Or 2 in our case.
The
And
light,
there we go.
the promise of safety.
That one, that cultist, is really important to kill. So, do we want to stun? Let's try to stun. Yes. Crap. We missed. And that hurt. Need to kill her fast.
Another abomination
I should have hit
cleansed
that
from our lands.
Okay. Well, she has blight, but is going to survive unless this. Hey.
Disadvantage. Give them no
Alright.
quarter.
And let's try to stun that guy. Good, because I want to give a chance to her to heal our guy up, and she did. Now I'm happy.
As the
There we
fiend
go.
falls,
Good job, guys.
faint hope blossoms.
And we found our first trinket. But it's only for abominations. Abominations are awesome, by the way. Very difficult to play with, but awesome. So this room has not. Ah, there we go. And both are interesting. I guess it doesn't matter where we go. We're gonna come back to both. Our kleptomaniac!
If only treasure
Ah,
could
damn
staunch
it.
the flow of
He kept them.
otherworldly corruption.
You asshole. Let's use this. We'll have a fight. Whenever you see a curio or treasure, there will be a fight. If the room is gray, then there's nothing in it. There we go. This guy can do a lot of damage, because he can do blades. Can we stun her? Yes. We'll count on the Highwayman to do the damage to that acolyte. I was hoping to kill him in one turn, but it's not. Actually, oh no, I wanted to use the grave shot. My bad. That was my fault. Crap. Yeah, that's not good. There we go. So I made a mistake. And when you make mistakes, you pay for them. So let's try to get
Confidence
rid of
surges
this.
as the enemy crumbles.
Come on, lighter, yes.
A death
Awesome.
by inches.
Whoops, that's not good. Well, let's take that opportunity to heal up. There we
the
go. And another shovel. And it's trapped. Well, thankfully we resisted. So let's go back from where we came from. The reason why is because when you go, when you travel in a hallway that you've already explored, your light goes down much slower. And we'll get a chance to get that curio. Okay, what did we find? Holy water and some money.
The match is struck.
Okay.
A blazing star is born.
Let's try to stun that guy. Good. We need to kill him. He's strong. Alright, so he dodged. Let's see our guy. And this is a curio, so it's a good thing to know what to use. If I remember well, we need a holy water to use on that one.
Begone, fiend!
I'm not 100% certain, but that's what I seem to remember. We can use Blight against it. Yes. Yes,
The slow
good.
death.
Blight killed him.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Good. Oh, that hurt.
Grievous injury.
And yeah, stress
Palpable
went up.
Fear. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Oh, good. We found a torch. So let's use. Actually, ignore. Just in case that we lose a quirk. Ah, crap! I should have. Nah. If I had remembered that this was a healing curio, I would have given it to him. So yeah, that's why it's important to have that curio list next to you, which I don't right now. Oh, here's a trap.
Cruel
That
machinations
hurt.
spring to life with a singular purpose.
Halt. Why? Why did he want to halt? Okay, so nothing here. Ah, crap! Our kleptomaniac. Is that it again? Ah, man, this is annoying.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made
All right.
clear.
This is fine. Continue adventuring. Even though, well, no, we might find something nice in the last room. We'll see right here. Good. Yes, we do want to go there.
In Radiance, may
still
we
have-
find victory.
A shovel that we can use. So, before we enter, he's full. Let's use our food to heal up a little bit, and let's do that fight. Ah, crap! I hate this one. All he does is increase your stress level. Ah, that was a good one. Good job, Kulafrin. What a strange name.
Another
There's
one
one.
falls.
He'll live. He'll live. Yes. So that should kill him. Alright. We can now focus on the last guy.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Oh yeah, that hurts.
A dizzying
That
blow
doesn't.
to body and brain.
That hurt. That hurt quite a bit. Our bonus against Unholy is useful here. But our damage is still relatively low. So They're incredibly useful. That was nice. Oh, nice one. We found so many shovels.
Clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
So what do we have now? Still have plenty of stuff. And it was a good idea to come here. We got the crests and deeds, as well as busts and a portrait. But we lost several busts because of our kleptomaniac. So overall, a positive journey. Could have been better though. And we did get quite a bit of money. Okay. Well, she got better accuracy. That's not good. Because I like to keep my torch above 75. So we'll need to remove that as soon as possible. Okay.
There is a great horror beneath the manor. A crawling chaos that must be destroyed.
Over time, some negative quirks will lock into place and become severe. Severe negative quirks will cost much more to remove in the sanitarium. Deviant taste. Alright. So let's... so the tavern and the abbey have unlocked. That's good. But we still need the sanitarium. There we go.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
Grave robber. Another crusader.
A mighty sword arm anchored by holy purpose. A zealous warrior.
And a hound master.
A lawman and his faithful beast. A bond forged by battle and bloodshed.
So let's take a look at them. Well, that's good. Not good. That's fine. That's good. That's very nice. Fascinated with corpses. And obsessed with the acquisition of... yeah, that's not good. Bleed resist, that's nice. Stun resist now. Okay. Well, that can happen often. Warren's tactician. Yeah, that's not particularly good, but it's not that bad. The virtue chance is when your character basically hits maximum stress. Because you have like 100 and 200 stress level. 100 is when you will first get a virtue chance. And 200 is when you'll likely die of a heart attack. So that's not good. And he has different skills than Renault. He has a battle heal. Oh, I like that one. Basically, you jump forward and it hits hard. And stress heal plus torch. That's nice. Anyway, as I said, we're going to stop here after visiting the tavern.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
The caretaker is at the brothel. Why am I not surprised?
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The abbey calls to the faithful.
So we have two. Who are in need of stress relief. We'll send the sister praying, and I think that Gulaf needs to gamble to relax. Sometimes you can have some bad news when they gamble. I suppose that there are good results too, but I only remember seeing bad results, like them losing a trinket that you had found, or them losing extra money, things like that. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the first episode of this new Let's Play. As I said, I need people, I need names, people, because I need you to die for me. And I hope to see a lot of you participate. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.